The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode. And now, here's Brandon.
Welcome back to the Brandon Peters Show as we close with a song in the series of music videos, which is a companion to
The summer of 82 at 40.
And let me welcome out once again. Is it your favorite? Maybe.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
It's your favorite. From the Courage to Rise podcast, it's Jennifer Wreyford. Hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me back yet again.
Yes, 4 times.
I'm a repeat offender.
Spending all summer with me, hanging out. Everybody here at the Brandon Peters shows, just having a good old time this summer. Crazy parties.
Spending our summer vacation with you.
Oh! Vacation, the lead single from the second album with the same name from the Go-Go's. Segue queen right here. Awesome. It was a follow-up to their mega successful #1 album the previous year, Beauty and the Beat. What a title, like it. Which was double platinum. Vacation only managed gold certification, so people were just like done with the Go-Go's, I guess. The song topped out at #8 on the Hot 100. Their final song to ever do so. It was 13 on Mainstream Rock, #17 on the Dance. Vacation trivia. Vacation was the first ever cassette single ever sold. Not the cassette album, but a single. The release of the album timed out perfectly with Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which features them not only on the soundtrack, but We Got the Beat from the previous album, their gigantic hit, is the track that opens the film. Before we go, the Go-Go's, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which we talked about. If all goes right, Scott and I talked about Fast Times at Ridgemont High on Monday on the show. So, do you have memories or anything of Fast Times?
No, not really.
No? Oh,
Just was that the one that God, what's his name? Sean Penn in that one?
yes, he is.
Yes, that's
Spicoli.
right. Spicoli, that's right.
Spicoli. It's the good Phoebe Cates gets naked movie of the summer of 82. We started with Paradise. Just like I said, just wait till August for Fast Times. She'd tell you the same thing. But yeah, Fast Times are the huge, big soundtrack, big score. This and like Last American Virgin, which was released right before it, were ones that just pushed these teen movies with big soundtracks right away. Which I know there was, I believe, on Last American Virgin. I haven't recorded that episode of the show as we go yet, but I believe they spent as much on the movie as they did the soundtrack for Last American Virgin.
That was one I never saw.
Oh, you didn't? Oh my gosh, I love it. It's a bit mean, but it's kind of honest in a way. But the soundtrack features like REO Speedwagon, Keep on Loving You, The Cars Shake It, like actual already hits. So it costs a lot of money doing it. But yeah, those are two, my book, of better 80s things. And Fast Times Original High, by the way, now the Criterion Edition Blu-ray has the penis back in it, which was cut out after the theatrical run because there's a male genitalia shown in the movie, and after that theatrical run when it came to VHS, it was gone. And for the first time, I think it came out 2 years ago, it's back. The dick cut is
Incredible
back.
Disappearing penis.
Because I got the Blu-ray and I was watching. I was like, oh, I don't remember a penis in this. I was like, is this like an uncut because there's like a TV cut edition. I'm like, they might have screwed this. Nope, they put that penis back because that was in the theatrical cut. So Those of you waiting 40 years for it, it's back. But this is the Go-Go's. This is Vacation. So they were already on with another hit right when the movie that was going to have everybody was going to have them on the mind was going out. And this video was directed by Mick Haggerty and C.D. Taylor. Haggerty also did the We Got the Beat video, Hall & Oates videos, B-52s. He did the Walk on Water video for Aerosmith. Taylor did some optical work on Monty Python Live at the Hollywood Bowl, which we talked about earlier in this series of videos. And he did videos with Jefferson Starship and worked with Haggerty on a lot of the same videos. This video cost $50,000, which was one of the biggest budgets for a music video at the time. But this was like the biggest band on the planet at the time, at least for the kids. But I hinted to this in the last video, but does this video look like it cost like 50,000, whatever, but just being like, this is one of the most expensive videos ever made?
Maybe the tiaras and the tutus they were wearing on the water skis to put it over the edge.
I don't know. There's nothing like, I'm like, what did it?
Is it the graphics and the like? I was shocked to hear that, because as I'm watching it, I'm like, all right, we're just like water skiing around with tiaras and not even really water skiing,
right?
Water skiing around with tiaras and tutus. Yeah. And it turns out, I guess it also took so long to film that they had drinks come in at the end, and they were completely shit-faced on the water skis by the end. One of them was like, if you really zoom in on us, you can tell like we're just not even pretending anymore.
Rock and roll.
Because it was they felt, the band felt at the time the video was just like the stupid thing that you had to do. Right, going back to what we had talked about on one of the previous episodes about just the emergence of music videos in general, right? And that this was just something they had to do, and they invested all this money to do it. And yeah, so we're drunk in tutus and tiaras on water skis, as one does on vacation.
Yeah, and there. I mean, a lot of the other stuff that's there is, and then the skiing is like rear projection, so it's not like we're really skiing. And they're just like hanging out in a terminal for a bunch, and there's no like crazy like innovative camera work or anything. It is just like, we're here.
The most innovative camera work is in the very beginning with the vacation picture, and at the very end when he's sweeping up, and that's it.
Right. Yeah, it's colorful when they're there, and but yeah, so there's taxi drives in, Belinda Carlisle arrives. It's just shows them performing, but just water skiing formation, and they just mug for the camera and close-ups and stuff. There's like a janitor sweeping up trash at the end and stuff. Like, I don't know. I was just like, oh, this is, because I think I read about it being expensive before I got to it. I was kind of writing up the script and stuff before I watched the video, and I was like, oh, what's this guy? I'm like, I don't remember Vacation or what. I remember the song, but I don't remember the video. And I was like, oh, how much did that cost? Like, where is the money? Is it in the booze? Is it, did the Go-Go's like charge? Like, I did think it was kind of Gina Shock, when she's drumming, you can see her vocally keeping time, and I thought that was kind of neat. Most of the people like, people looking cool, but she was like keeping time. I'm like, okay, maybe they were actually playing it live rather than trying to fake it, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, it's a nifty song. It was recently featured in the credits for Spider-Man Far From Home, the one with Jake Gyllenhaal, not the most recent one with everybody. But so it's still on the mind of people. And the Go-Go's, I mean, that's a cool band that just didn't last. Has, Belinda Carlisle, everybody, Heaven is a Place on Earth. People know her. And Jane Weedland, who was Joan of Arc in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Did not know that.
Yeah, she has quite a little career herself. Like all of them broke off to do things. Like she's the singing telegram girl in Clue. Remember that? But yeah,
I remember Clue. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's had quite a quite an acting voice acting career outside of them. And Belinda Carlisle, of course, huge for a moment there, and apparently overseas. And you can definitely when you're reading up on Belinda Carlisle, it's very it's like her like PR person wrote her like Wikipedia and IMDb pages, because it's very defensive of things of hers. I'm like, this is supposed to be matter of fact, not
right. Stick to the facts. This is not a court of law.
It sounds kind of opinionated and slanted and biased in a way. I'm like, all right. But yeah, the Go-Go's it's a band, we got the beat. They're a bit quite more than that, but like I knew they were popular. I know the songs, but I didn't realize like the previous album was like one of the biggest ones, and they're so popular. But maybe they were, with the drop down, maybe they were like the Hootie and the Blowfish of their time, where it's like, we had enough of you last year, okay? Or for 2 years, where bands will come out and they'll hit big and just keep hitting big. There's so many singles, and everybody just gets like, enough of them.
Yeah.
And it's poor them, because that's not them. That's their marketing team overexposing them.
Right. Well, and even investing that much money in a video at that point in time, I mean, $50,000 would be a lot to invest now in anything, but much less than 82 to do a video like that.
Right. In an unproven format that was just picking up speed. Like, cause this is the year, in this year, or the next year, because of this year, like Grammys will give out music video awards. Like Olivia Newton-John's Physical wins the first ever music video award. VMAs come out, and becomes like a popular thing, and then lasts for a little over 2 decades of being completely a relevant thing. We still get them now, but yeah, it's just crazy to see the crash and burn. And then the group had infighting too, which kind of ended it. They felt they were focusing a bit more on Belinda. That typical story of, they keep giving attention to Belinda, but I'm good too. We're all here. And yeah, it's like, all right, well,
yeah. And and then you lose so many bands have gone through that, and then they lose what was so good about it, because everybody gets caught up in these like ego battles. And can we just focus on what we create together? No,
right? Yeah,
right. No, we're gonna tear the band apart. Okay,
we're done. Like, and there's bands like Scandal, that the Warrior, like, they were done before that song hit big. I mean, they basically held glue together to get a tour out of success of that song, but things like that. The Bangles last for a girl rock group in the 70s. They last throughout. They're a good group. Bananarama they went through their problems too. Just a lot of crazy stuff that happens through a decade. And it's hard to remember, like, their time on top was like really tiny, but you'll remember like a song, but it's like, no, it was a bigger deal than that. And it's just crazy and sad and all that, like them Go-Go's.
I just wanted more out of the video. Maybe they figured the song was gonna carry it all.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's just the video is like,
it's one of those songs that pops into your mind unbidden. It happened to me not too long ago when I was packing for a vacation. All of a sudden I'm like, where the hell did that earworm come from? Actually, and then it prompted me to go far before you and I started talking about this. And it prompted me to go and look up the lyrics of it. And I was like, oh, it's a little sadder than I thought. I was like, oh no, it's about fun and going on vacation. And I was like, oh no, it's actually kind of not.
That's the thing with the songs. There's always, I like the happy songs that have dour meaning.
I had a completely different interpretation of what I thought this song meant until I read like what basically it was written about. Like, I went on vacation and met a guy. I interpreted it as, I went on vacation to forget about you, that we broke up. And so I went away for the week. And that was like my week without you, but I still can't forget about you. And I came back and like, it's still here. And I had a completely different interpretation of the song before.
Now you've been schooled.
And really, I just wanted to be a happy song about vacation, not have all this like deep meaning to it. So.
It still can be. You can subscribe to the thing that once it leaves the artist, it becomes whatever the person interprets it wants it to be. So, Berlin, Take My Breath Away could be a love song about two people instead of somebody with themselves. Could be that way.
It's open for interpretation.
But yeah, so that's Go-Go's Vacation, all I ever wanted. that'll do it for this week. And Jennifer, your turn. Your time is done. You could be let go.
My time is done. No.
Your time is done.
I have abandonment issues.
Oh, you'll be back. But thank you for joining up for the summer of 82. Been a blast. I hope you've enjoyed your time. Been a good 4 months, and you won't have me tagging you for a bit. But before you head out, let people once more know where they can keep up with you and what you have going on. It's August.
Yeah, it's August. Courage to Rise podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Jennifer Wreyford, and also my website, jenniferwreyford.com. And we've got a book coming out this year, another publication coming out, all kinds of good stuff happening. So give me a follow and appreciate the support.
Do so. And I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Brave4KUHD, written work at whysoblue.com. I'll be back Monday. I believe Scott and I will be talking about the Beastmaster on Monday. What was that?
I love that movie. Sorry. The ferrets, the black-footed ferrets. I totally just had back this. Go ahead.
That was amazing. Oh my God. That's it. Come back Monday. Stay positive. I'm Brandon. That's Jennifer.
The summer of 82 at 40.
Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. The Summer of 82 at 40 and News of the Moment themes by Pres Maxson. Additional information on this and other episodes at thebrandonpetershow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail at thebrandonpetershow.com. The show is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.